solitude and won't actively seek out human contact. Here are 19 of the most venomous snakes in the world, ranging from the sometimes indistinguishable cottonmouth to the bright but deadly blue Malayan coral. Number 19. In southern and eastern Africa's grasslands and woods, the small stiletto snake, Atractaspis bibronnii, a burrowing snake with a white underside, can be found. It can stab its prey sideways with the help of very long teeth on the side of its skull. This benefits the snake since it feeds on lizards and small mammals that live in abandoned termite mounds. Number 18. The majority of sea snake bites are caused by the aggressive beaked sea snake, Hydrophis cystisus, which gets its name from its beak-like nose. It rarely bites humans but has venom that is several times as potent as a cobra. It uses its senses of smell and touch to hunt catfish and shrimp in coastal waters as well as mangroves, estuaries, and rivers. Despite having a reputation for aggression, this sea snake rarely bites people. It can be found primarily in the coastal seas around Madagascar, Australia, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. Number 17. The eastern and southern parts of the United States are home to the copperhead, Agkistrodon contortrix, a sizable pit viper. Its 5 subspecies inhabit in a variety of environments, including forests and wetlands, but they often frequent more densely populated places, like as suburban developments, increasing the risk of human bites even though they are rarely deadly. The copperhead stalks rodents, tiny birds, lizards, and frogs by scaling shrubs or trees. It can swim as well. During the winter, copperheads hibernate but come out to enjoy the sun on warm days. Number 16. One of the 32 species of rattlesnakes is the eastern diamondback, Crotalus adamanthius, which is also the most deadly in North America. From the Carolinas through the Florida Keys and west to Louisiana, it lives in coastal lowlands. The snake controls rodent populations, which is a crucial ecological service. It waits to ambush rabbits, birds, squirrels, and tiny rodents. It coils and rattles its tail as a warning when threatened. It can inject a hemotoxin that destroys red blood cells and harms tissue up to 2/3 of its body length. Number 15. The biggest poisonous snake in the world, the king cobra, Ophiophagus hana, can be found in northern India, southern China, the Malay Peninsula, Indonesia, and the Philippines. The fixed, frightfully large fangs of this aggressive snake produce a poison that paralyzes victims and prevents respiration. The king cobra lives in locations near mangroves, streams, and trees as well as in agricultural settings. Other snakes and sporadically rodents make up its favorite food. Despite having a fearsome reputation, it generally avoids people until attacked. Its low hiss and groan can sound like a dog's snarl. Number 14. The eastern brown snake, Stenagitextilis, which has fangs on the front of its jaw, is an elipid snake. It lives in eastern Australia and southern Papua New Guinea and is a variety of brown colors with a creamy, speckled underside. It will rear up into a nest form in a protective stance. It coils around its victim after striking it. Strong neurotoxins found in its venom cause hemorrhage, paralysis, respiratory failure, and cardiac arrest. It is mostly solitary, hunts during the day, and burrows at night. Number 13. The largest venomous snake in the Western Hemisphere, the bushmaster, Lachesis muta, lives in the woods of northern South America, including areas of Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, Peru, Ecuador, and Bolivia. Pit vipers are known to stalk their victims for days or even weeks at a time before striking rapidly and injecting a significant amount of venom into their victims. 12. Large areas of Australia are home to the death adder, Acanthopus antarcticus, which lives in a variety of environments including grasslands, woodlands, and rainforests. It waits to ambush victims by hiding behind loose sand, leaves, or low plants. When the death adder wants to attract frogs, lizards, birds, or small animals, it coils, brings the tip of its tail close to the head, and wriggles it like a worm. Long fangs and a body that ranges from gray to reddish brown are its distinguishing features. Although encounters with people are uncommon, if not properly treated, its bite can be lethal. Number 11. The eastern coral snake, Micrurus fulvius, though it may not appear so at first since its bite doesn't produce much discomfort or edema, is the most venomous coral snake in the United States. The venom does, however, include a potent neurotoxic that impairs speech and eyesight. Fortunately, most human bites don't result in death. They are timid, burrowing animals that live in wooded areas and swampy marshes. They eat small snakes, frogs, and lizards. Number 10. The cottonmouth, Agristrodon piscivorus, which opens its mouth widely when threatened, gets its name from the white inside. This semi-aquatic pit viper, also called a water moccasin, is found in the southeast of the United States. It feeds on small animals, fish, and turtles. Although the cottonmouth is venomous, it isn't particularly aggressive. However, while defending itself, it will attack others. It can be challenging to distinguish cottonmouths from harmless water snakes because of their pattern of lighter and darker body bands. Number 9. The olive sea snake, Apis sylvis, so named because of its greenish color, can be found along Australia's northern coast, as well as in New Guinea and close-by islands. It lives on shallow coral reefs and forages for fish, prawns, and crabs. This sea snake spends its whole existence underwater, only coming to the surface to breathe every 30 to 2 hours. It hunts at night. Humans are most at risk when fishermen unintentionally capture them in their nets, which usually results in an angry reaction. These sea snakes, however, approach divers in the water with interest. According to a recent study, the snakes occasionally mistake divers for sexual partners and coil around them as part of an incorrect wooing ritual. The diver is then faced with the difficult challenge of maintaining composure in order to avoid inciting the snake to release its potent neurotoxic venom. Number 8. The fer-de-lance, Bothrops asper, is also referred to as the yellow chin or barb amarilla in Spanish. Alternatively, this diamond-patterned gray-brown viper is recognized by its French name, which translates to spearhead. If the victim doesn't receive prompt medical attention, the snake, one of the deadliest in the region, can cause significant edema and tissue necrosis. It is found in lowland tropical forests and farmlands in Central and South America. Farmers benefit from it because it eats pest animals that damage crops, such as rodents and rabbits, as well as lizards, opossums, and frogs. Number 7. Southern China and South and Southeast Asia are home to the banded kite, Bungarus fasciatus, a relative of the cobra. It has alternating bands of black and white or creamy yellow, as well as a recognizable elevated ridge. The banded kite is most active at night and eats other snakes and their eggs as well as occasionally fish, frogs, and skinks. Its venom paralyzes muscles, and the major risk arises when this paralysis affects the diaphragm and impairs respiration. Number 6. Numerous thousands of fatal snake bites occur each year in India, with the majority being caused by the Russell's viper, Derboia russellii. One of the world's deadliest vipers, the majority of its victims pass away from kidney failure. These nocturnal rodent eaters pose a threat to farmers because they frequently hide in rice paddies and other croplands while basking in the sun during the day. The snake's dark brown oval markings are surrounded by black and cream colored rings. They might be yellow, tan, white, or brown. When threatened, they strike quickly after coiling into a S form and hissing loudly. Number 5. The aggressive saw-scaled viper, Echis carnatus, which has subspecies spread throughout northern Africa, the Middle East, Afghanistan, the majority of Pakistan, India, and Sri Lanka, prefers to hunt at night and feeds on lizards, toads, and occasionally young birds. It strikes with incredible speed and strength in a figure-8-like defensive stance. Although rarely fatal to people, it is one of the most poisonous snakes in the world due to its highly toxic venom, a frequent occurrence in agricultural regions, and aggressive nature. Number 4. The blue-black body of the blue Malayan coral snake, Cutiophus bivirgatus, is covered in 2 brilliant light blue stripes, and its head and tail are red-orange in color. Just be careful not to approach too close as its venom gland, which covers 1/4 of its body, releases a neurotoxin that paralyzes the victim and causes uncontrollable muscle spasms. Preying on other snakes as well as lizards, birds, and frogs, this snake lurks in leaf litter and lowland forests of Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, Singapore, and western Indonesia. Despite not being aggressive and rarely killing humans, its potent venom makes it one of Southeast Asia's most hazardous snakes. Number 3. Native to Central and Southern Africa, the solitary boomslang, Dysphylatus typus, typically blends in with the browns and greens of nearby trees and bushes. When hunting, it extends its body from a tree while pretending to be a limb until it is ready to strike. When the boomslang attacks, its rear fangs appear to be chewing its prey, but when not in use, they retract inside its mouth. Number 2. In southern and eastern sub-Saharan Africa, the black mamba, Dendroaspis polyopus, lives in considerable tracts of savanna, hillland, and forests. Its name refers to the interior of its mouth rather than the color of the animal, which is brownish or grayish-green. The snake is not combative, but when threatened, it will strike repeatedly in quick succession while raising its head, opening its lips, and hissing a warning. It moves quickly, reaching speeds of up to 12 miles per hour, and easily climbs trees. When the snake seeks safety in populated regions, encounters with people can happen often, and the black mamba's venom is very hazardous. Number 1. The rare and solitary inland taipan, Oxyrinus microlepidus, of Australia is thought to be the most venomous snake in the world. When disturbed, it mounts a fierce defense and bites with one or more bites. The inland taipan is extremely dangerous because of its high toxicity as well as an enzyme that hastens the body's absorption of venom. Fortunately, the inland taipan is rarely seen by humans and is not particularly aggressive, apart from, of course, toward its food, which mostly consists of tiny and medium-sized mammals, especially the long-haired rat.